So, when did Doom 2 become a thing again? Well, as I lived here, in about late 1998 or so, I made a really close friend named Travis. He was just my best friend for years and years, and to this day I still talk to him. I mean, we got to know each other. We went through kind of a couple of rough periods before we became, you know, true friends, because we weren't a whole lot alike, but we came to like each other. And there was one day where he saw me playing Doom, and he was like, "Oh, you got to use the super shotgun," but he didn't realize that the super shotgun wasn't in, you know, Ultimate Doom, or regular Doom for that matter. So as a result, you know, he was like, "Where's the super shotgun?" I'm like, "It's not in this." And he's like, "Oh, this isn't Doom 2? Do you have Doom 2? And I was like, "No, I don't have Doom 2. I wish I did." But yeah, I didn't have Doom 2. And he was like, "Well, I have it," and that got, you know, that really got my interest. I was like, "Oh shit, you have Doom 2?" And he was like, "Yeah." So, you know, for a while, because he had a computer that sat in his room. Oh shit, that's not how you do it. You do it like this. Yeah, I just found out recently that you don't have to use that torch that's sitting in that room. You can actually just use the wall and run straight into this. So it means you can get it a lot earlier in the level, and that's cool. I like that. Stop, jerks. Imp, can you not? I'm trying to admire this, as Tarnsman would say. So I went to his house one day, and I noticed he had a computer sitting in his room. I don't think it was operational at the time, but he was like, "Yep, that has Doom 2 on it." And I was like, "Shit, no way? Awesome." And I don't know how long it would eventually be, but there came a point where I finally, you know, he finally got it all set up, and I had an opportunity to play the game for the first time since 1997. So it was a big deal for me at the time. I was like, "Oh my god." The thing that was kind of crap, though, was there was no audio. I believe I mentioned this in the previous LP, but I guess it doesn't hurt to say it again. We had to use PC speaker, because that's all he had. And, you know, PC speaker beeps and boops. It's kind of hard on the ears, and it's just not the ideal way to play this game, because you lose a lot of atmosphere that way. And, you know, bounds of other things. And his computer was slow, like my brother's in Idaho was as well, so there was a lot to be desired, but to be able to play Doom 2 at all was quite the experience. I got to be able to relive things, and I remember being like, I remember some of the things being particularly frightening, like some of these corpses over here that weren't present in Ultimate Doom. And I remember like the sky for the third episode of the game was also pretty creepy looking. I was just like, damn, what the hell did I miss all these years? Because in my very vague experience of playing Doom 2 just in Idaho, I didn't get to see too much of the game, so there was a lot of stuff I just didn't really know about. And to be exposed to it at that age, you know, I was 9 years old at that time, it can be a lot for a 9-year-old. That's just how it was, you know. Not really complaining, I'm just saying that it was weird for me. It'd be weird for anyone, as young as I was. But that's how it was for me. And I just kept playing, and, you know, we had a good time, and there was one day where Travis's dad was like, "Hey, I got some speakers if you want to use them." And we ended up using the speakers, so I finally got to hear the game's music for the first time in ages. A lot of it for the first time. And I got to hear the new sounds of the new enemies, and I just remember that blew me away. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. Then it came to a point where I got kind of sick of playing it at his house, so I wanted to play it at my house. So I asked him if I could borrow the disc, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, I guess." I mean, I was never really fond of, like, asking my friends to borrow something that was, like, you know, quite clearly theirs. But, you know, he didn't give me too much trouble about it. He was like, "Sure, you can borrow it." So I put it on my brother's computer without asking him, naturally. And he got a little bit at me. He was like, "You can't just install stuff on people's computers." But I was like, you know, whatever. It's Doom 2. You know you'll play it too. And I think he did, but that's beside the point. So yeah, I had Doom 2 on my computer, or not mine, but my brother's. It was the family computer at the time, though. And that was cool because, what the hell is that Cacodemon doing? Friend Spark's afraid of him and shit. Oh no, I said his name, don't kill me. Try to kill these dudes down here before I jump. Well, if they run into my chainsaw, they'll die, I guess. As long as they don't do that thing where they bite me through it still, like hackers. I think that's all of them. To be able to play the game on the good computer was awesome. I loved it. I was playing it, you know, just like this, full frame rate. It was sweet. So that was, I had that on the computer for a while. I don't remember quite how long, but it was some time.